Hello everyone, my name is Saif Muhammad and welcome to my final presentation for week 7 titled Temperaments, Teamwork and Managing Emotions in the Workplace. In this short talk, I'll share some personal insights about my temperament, how it affects my work style, ways manager can support team collaboration, and a moment where I struggle emotionally in a team setting and how I could have handled better. Alright, so in slide 2. Uh, I'll give the introduction. So this presentation will cover four main areas. First, I'll talk about my temperament type and how it shows up in the workplace. Second, I'll explain how someone can effectively manage a person like me. Third, I'll share two strong strategies that managers can use to foster teamwork. And finally, I'll reflect on a time when my emotions got the best of me and how I could have improved using a better emotional strategy. Understanding behavior like this is not just a class topic, it really impacts how successful we are as a team organization. All right, let's move on to the slide 3. In slide 3, I'll be talking about the understanding the four temperaments. Before diving into my personal temperament, let's briefly look at the four types. Chloric types are bold and goal oriented. They take charge and love challenges. Sanguines are energetic and social, often the life of the team. Phlegmatic types are calm, patient, and great at solving conflicts. And melancholics, which is where I see myself, are deep thinkers, detail focused, and often perfectionists. Each of these has unique strengths and potential struggles. The best teams don't try to change people, but instead make the most of their differences. Right. So in slide 4, I'll personally talk about my temperament type. Script to identify most with the melancholic temperament. Some of the traits that really describe me include I think analytically, and pay close attention to detail. I prefer to plan things carefully in advance. I'm a bit sensitive to feedback, and I deeply focus on producing high quality work. Because of this, I often bring precision and thoroughness to projects, but I also catch myself overthinking or aiming for perfection, which can slow me down. All right. So, in slide 5, managing by temperament type, managing my temperament type. All right, when working with or managing someone like me, it helps to understand how we function best. I work well when I'm given clear instructions and time to process. I really appreciate when my attention to detail is noticed, and I do better when feedback is specific and private. Managers should avoid putting too much pressure for instant decisions and instead give space to think. Leadership styles like coaching or democratic approaches work well with me, absolutely. Especially when I feel that my ideas are valued and I'm not being micromanaged. All right, so in this slide, I'll be talking about the fostering team strategy one. One great way for managers to build teamwork is by encouraging open communication. Start by creating psychological safety. Make sure everyone feels respected and not judged. You can begin meetings with short personal check-ins to build connection. Active listening is key. Things like repeating what someone says to confirm understanding, or asking good flow of follow-up questions. It it helps to plan in advance. For example, giving a meeting agenda early helps quarter or more analytical teammates like melancholic to contribute more confidently. So strategy two. Another strong approach is to set clear goals and roles, assign tasks based on each person's strengths, and make sure people who is responsible for what. Use SMART goals, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound to guide the team. And try using visual trackers like dashboards to show progress and keep everyone aligned. This reduces confusion, saves time, and actually makes team more productive and collaborative. When my emotions got best of me, let me share a personal experience. During a group project, I spent hours researching, suggesting ideas that I believe would help the team. But my suggestions were brushed aside repeatedly, and I felt unappreciated. Instead of speaking up or understanding their perspective, I emotionally shut down. I stopped participating meaningfully, and I just did the bare minimum. Looking back, this hurt the team, and some of my ideas could have helped avoid later problems. All right, in this slide, I'll be talking about emotional strategy for conflict. If I could go back, and I would use the emotional strategy of pause and reflect before reacting. I have learned to recognize when I'm getting upset, like when I feel tension or my thoughts race. In those moments, I can take a breath, pause, or even ask for a short break. Then I would reframe my response instead of staying silent. I could say something like, I feel concerned when my suggestions are ignored because I want best outcome, and I would ask questions to understand their view. This approach keeps the conversation respectful and helps build trust. So finally, in the confusion, to wrap up with my melancholic temperament brings deep analysis and attention to detail, but it needs the right support to thrive. Managers can improve teamwork by encouraging open communication and setting clear goals. And when emotions get high, using strategies like pausing, reflecting helps turn conflict into learning. In the end, understanding ourselves and each other helps build stronger, more emotionally intelligent workplaces. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for listening. And thank you so much, Professor, for giving me this opportunity to speak about this. Thank you. Finally, in the slide 10, I'll be talking about the conclusion. Hopefully I'll be giving the conclusion to wrap up. My melancholic temperament brings deep analysis and attention to detail, but it needs the right support to thrive. Managers can improve teamwork by encouraging open communication and setting clear goals. And when emotions get high, using strategies like pausing or reflecting helps turn conflict into teamwork. In the end, understanding ourselves and each other helps us build stronger, more emotionally intelligent workplaces. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you, Professor, for giving me this opportunity to speak out in front of you guys. Thank you very much.